Have you ever woken up and felt that something inside you simply no longer responds the way it used to? That morning erection that once seemed automatic, like the first ray of sunlight streaming through your window, has slowly disappeared, along with that feeling of vigor, control, and strength that always defined your masculinity. Many men over 50, 60, or 70 believe this is an inevitable consequence of aging, that the body simply wears out, and what once worked perfectly is now just a distant memory. But let me tell you something that will completely change how you see it. That's not true. What's happening is not an irreversible loss, nor a sign that your body is broken. It's much simpler and, at the same time, much more powerful. Your virility has not vanished. It has only fallen asleep, waiting for someone to learn how to wake it up again. Imagine for a moment that your body is like a garden you've neglected for years. The soil is still fertile, the roots are still there, but the flowers don't grow because no one has tended the soil, watered the plants, or guided the sunlight toward them. That morning erection, that vital force you once felt, is like a seed still sleeping beneath the ground. All it needs are the right conditions, a conscious touch, and it will bloom again. The good news is that these conditions don't depend on pills, expensive treatments, or external interventions. They depend on you, on your attention, your breathing, and a few minutes of daily focus. Here's the most surprising part. Even if your body has changed, even if your sexual energy seems to have faded with the years, the ability to awaken that force is inside you intact. All the blood vessels that bring life to your most intimate area are still working. Your nerves can still transmit every signal of pleasure and desire, and your erection system can still fully activate. It just needs someone to press the right switches, with patience, intention, and awareness. Think of it like a piano forgotten in your living room. For years, the keys haven't been touched. Some may be a little dusty, others a bit stiff. But the piano is still there, complete, ready to play. All it takes is for someone to sit in front of it, carefully press each key, and let the music fill the room again. That's your body. Everything is still there, waiting for you to reconnect with it through your hands, your breathing, and your intention. And right now, as you read these words, you're taking the first step to hear it play again. Inside you, there are precise points located strategically in the lower part of your body that have the power to reactivate the force you thought was lost. This is not magic or complicated tricks. These are areas recognized by medical science as crucial for circulation, sensitivity, and sexual energy. The surprising part is that most men have never activated them correctly. It's like having a powerful engine in a car but never turning it on because no one taught you how to turn the key properly. These 3 points, already in your body, function as natural switches. When pressed consciously and combined with deep breathing and gentle movements, you can improve blood flow to the deeper tissues, awaken dormant nerves, and reconnect with sensations you thought were forgotten. For example, imagine a 65-year-old man, Michael, who after years believing his virility was gone forever, begins spending 5 minutes each morning on these exercises. By the 3rd week, he notices he wakes up with more firmness and that his body responds more easily throughout the day, even in simple gestures like walking, standing up from a chair, or hugging his partner. And it's not just about erections, it's a deep reconnection with your own body. When these points are activated, you start to feel a comforting warmth, an energy flowing from your lower region through your torso. The sensation may be subtle at first, a light tingling, a prickling, a pleasant pressure that indicates your nerves and blood vessels are beginning to respond again. Over time, this awakening becomes more noticeable, and that sense of control, security, and vitality returns gradually, reminding you that your masculinity never disappeared. It was just waiting to be heard. Activating these points does not require special equipment or medical prescriptions. You only need your hands, your breathing, and a space where you can focus without distractions. Even 5 minutes a day, done with intention and calm, can make a difference. Think of it like training a forgotten muscle. At first, it feels weak, but with consistency, strength, and patience, it develops again, stronger and more efficient than before. Most importantly, you not only reactivate your virility, but also improve your overall well-being, posture, confidence, and vital energy. things that affect every moment of your daily life. Before we continue, I'd love to know something to connect with our community. Which city or country are you watching from? Write it in the comments. I love getting to know people who truly care about their health, and it allows me to create content that's more useful and relevant for you and your region. Let's get to the point. The first key point is located just above the pubic bone, an area many men overlook, but which acts as a true master switch for your sexual energy. When stimulated correctly, this area sends direct signals to the brain, activates neuromuscular connections, and improves circulation to the deep tissues of your intimate zone. Think of it as the power plant of your lower body. Even if the cables are intact and the energy is available, if no one turns on the generator, the electricity doesn't reach where it needs to go. For example, Robert, a 68-year-old man, reported that at first he felt uncomfortable touching this area. He wasn't used to paying conscious attention to his body. However, after a few minutes each day of gentle pressure and deep breathing, he began to feel a warm tingling spreading toward his abdomen and thighs, as if his body remembered what it felt like to be alive and connected. Over time, that sensation became stronger and more constant, and his morning erections began to return naturally, without pills or external stimulation. From a medical perspective, this area contains a significant concentration of nerves and blood vessels that nourish the sexual organs. Stimulating it consciously helps reactivate circulation and improve sensitivity, strengthening the body's natural reflexes. It's not about pressing hard, but maintaining a firm yet gentle touch, combined with deep breaths that oxygenate the tissues and send signals of relaxation and connection to the nervous system. Even a few minutes a day can awaken this network of circulation and nerves that has likely been inactive for years. Additionally, this exercise has a very powerful psychological effect. Many men discover that reconnecting with this part of their body restores confidence and security, not just in bed, but in everyday life. The feeling of control, of being able to influence your own body, translates into better posture, more energy for walking or climbing stairs, and a sense of regained youth. It's like rediscovering a forgotten tool that was always there. Your body has the ability. It just needs you to activate it with attention, intention, and patience. The second key point is located between the anus and the scrotum, an area known in Eastern medicine as CB1. Although most Western texts don't specifically mention it, its importance is immense. It acts like an energy valve, regulating blood flow and nerve activation to your sexual organs. If this area is tense or blocked, it's like a river that has been dammed. The water is still there, but it doesn't flow properly. To activate it, you don't need to press hard or create discomfort. It's enough to sit gently on a rolled-up towel or a soft surface, relax, and breathe deeply. Sarah, a woman who supports her older partner in these exercises, shared that at first he felt strange, even a little uncomfortable, because he had never paid conscious attention to this area. However, after a few days of mindful practice, he began to feel a pleasant warmth, as if an underground river of energy started flowing again, bringing sensations of vitality and confidence he thought were lost. From a physiological perspective, this area contains multiple nerve endings and small blood vessels that play a crucial role in sensitivity and circulation. By relaxing it, you not only improve blood flow but also release tension accumulated over years, allowing blood and energy to reach where they are needed. Gentle exercises combining pressure and deep breathing act like a natural unlock, restoring communication between your nerves and your brain. There is also a powerful psychological effect. Paying conscious attention to this area helps reduce the guilt or frustration many men feel when noticing changes in their body. It's like sending a clear message to your body. I hear you, I respect you, I want us to work together. This reconnection not only improves sexual function, but also increases self-esteem, confidence, and overall well-being. Each deep breath, each minute dedicated to this point, becomes a small act of care that, with consistency, multiplies its effects, reigniting masculine energy and the sense of control that sometimes seemed irretrievable. The third key point runs along the inner thigh, from the junction with the torso to the area near the groin. This area acts as a true highway for blood circulation and is connected to a complex network of nerves that feed your sexual organs. When this area becomes stiff or blocked, your body doesn't receive everything it needs, as if a great river were filled with stones, preventing the water from flowing freely. Activating it requires delicacy and attention. Lie down, place the fingertips gently along the inner thigh, and move them downward, feeling points of tension or sensitivity. Pause there, breathe deeply, and apply slight pressure for a few seconds. David, a 72-year-old man, reported that at first he felt resistance and some discomfort, but after a few days he began to notice a flow of warmth and tingling running down his leg and reaching the pelvic area, as if his body were recovering forgotten vitality. From a medical point of view, this area contains the femoral artery and a network of vessels and nerves essential for sexual circulation and sensitivity. By unlocking it, you improve circulation, increase oxygenation of tissues, and reactivate neuromuscular reflexes that allow for firmer, more controlled erections. It's not about strong massage or pressing hard, but about conscious touch combined with deep breathing and mindfulness. This exercise also has a powerful psychological effect. By touching and feeling this area with intention, you regain a sense of control over your own body. It's like opening a valve that had been closed for years. By allowing blood to flow, you not only reactivate sexual function, but also feel more confidence, energy, and presence in every daily movement. With consistent practice, you will even notice improvements in posture, leg strength, and connection with your partner, demonstrating that small acts of care can have a profound and lasting impact on your life. To enhance the effects of the 3 key points, it is essential to combine them with a daily routine of breathing and pelvic floor muscle activation. This practice not only strengthens the muscles, but also awakens the neuromuscular network connecting your sexual organs to your brain, improving responsiveness, sensitivity, and control. Think of it as learning to play a musical instrument. The instrument, your body, is already there, but you need to practice the correct notes with attention and consistency for the melody to flow. The routine is divided into 3 simple but powerful phases. In the first phase, lie down quietly and place both hands on the lower abdomen. Inhale deeply, sending the air downward, feeling your abdomen expand gently. This deep breathing helps oxygenate the tissues, relax the muscles, and prepare the body for activation. Robert, a 66-year-old man, shared that at first he struggled to concentrate, but by keeping his eyes closed and feeling each breath, he began to notice a pleasant warmth spreading through his abdomen and extending toward the pelvis, signaling that his body was awake and ready to receive stimulation. In the second phase, as you exhale, gently contract the pelvic floor muscles, as if trying to stop the flow of urine. This contraction activates the deep muscles, strengthens the blood vessels, and awakens nerve endings that had fallen silent over the years. It's not about strength, but intention and precision. With daily practice, these muscles become more aware and powerful, giving you greater control over your sexual response and bodily functions that many take for granted. The third phase involves holding the contraction for about 3 seconds while staying focused on the area and continuing to breathe deeply and calmly. This step reinforces neuromuscular memory and teaches your body to coordinate breathing, blood flow, and muscle contraction, creating an internal symphony that reactivates your vitality. With just 5 minutes a day, you can begin to notice remarkable changes: firmer morning erections, more energy in your legs, improved posture, and even deeper, more restorative sleep. This practice also has a transformative psychological effect. By dedicating conscious time to your body, you send a clear message to your mind. I respect myself, I listen to myself, I take care of myself. This daily attention reinforces confidence and a sense of control, creating a deep connection between body and mind. With consistency, you not only awaken the virility you thought was lost, but also reconnect with your vital force, presence, and inner security, aspects that impact every area of your life, from daily energy to your relationship with your partner and your emotional well-being. Not everything depends on exercises and breathing. What you put into your body every day has a direct impact on your vitality, circulation, and sexual energy. As the years pass, our metabolism changes and the body becomes more sensitive to certain foods. What was once tolerable can now cause silent inflammation. This chronic inflammation, often unnoticed, acts as an internal blocker. It slows circulation, reduces nerve sensitivity, and prevents tissues from regenerating properly, directly affecting sexual response. To counteract it, an anti-inflammatory diet becomes a powerful tool. It's not about extreme diets, but about conscious and sustainable choices. For example, replacing margarine with extra virgin olive oil, swapping processed deli meats for fatty fish rich in omega-3s, and changing white bread for whole grain oats provides essential nutrients and promotes healthy circulation. Additionally, including foods that boost nitric oxide production, a natural gas that dilates blood vessels and improves blood flow to all areas of the body, including the sexual region, can make a remarkable difference. Some of the most effective options are beet juice, watermelon, raw spinach, garlic, and pure cocoa. Scientific studies, along with clinical experiences from older men, show that those who regularly incorporate these foods notice improvements in blood pressure, circulation, and sexual response without the need for medication. For example, James, a 70-year-old man, started drinking beet juice every morning, and after a few weeks, he noticed his legs felt lighter, his energy increased, and his sexual response improved, as if his body naturally remembered its original capacity. The key is consistency. A single day of good nutrition is not enough. It's about building sustainable habits, integrating these foods into your daily routine. Think of your body as a garden. Proper nutrition is the fertile soil and water that allow energy to circulate freely. Every conscious choice, no matter how small, contributes to unlocking dormant vitality, strengthens your overall well-being, and prepares your body to fully respond to the activation exercises and techniques you practice each day. Moreover, this attention to nutrition has a motivational effect. Feeling that you are doing something concrete for your body reinforces confidence, reduces anxiety, and reminds you that you still have control over your vitality and masculinity at any age. It's not just food, it's care, intention, and respect for yourself. Another factor that greatly influences your vitality and your ability to reactivate sexual energy is stress. Living with constant anxiety or unmanaged emotional burdens puts your body in a state of permanent alert. Blood vessels constrict, hormone production slows, and sexual desire is suppressed, often without you even noticing. It's like a river narrowing and preventing enough water from flowing. The energy is there, but it cannot circulate freely. That's why incorporating moments of pause and relaxation into your day is not a luxury, but a necessity. Small rituals of mindfulness and touch can make a huge difference. For example, a 67-year-old man, Anthony, shared that each night he spends a few minutes gently warming his hands and softly tracing the lower abdomen, inner thighs, and perineum. He is not trying to stimulate or accelerate anything, just reconnect with his body. After a few weeks, he noticed not only better sleep, but also a greater sense of presence, security, and awareness of his own well-being. From a physiological perspective, this type of mindful contact activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for relaxation and regeneration. By breathing deeply while moving through these areas, you increase blood flow, relax tense muscles, and send signals to the brain that your body is safe and ready to function fully. It's a process that may seem small or even trivial at first, but over time it becomes a powerful bridge between mind and body, between intention and response. Additionally, the psychological effect is profound. By dedicating a few minutes each night to yourself, you send a clear message. I respect myself, I listen to myself, I take care of myself. This simple action builds confidence, reduces anxiety, and reinforces a sense of control over your body. It can even improve your relationship with your partner because when you feel connected and present, your energy and presence are naturally noticed. It's like reconnecting an internal switch that illuminates the whole room. It's not just physical pleasure, it's presence, security, and self-esteem reflected in every aspect of your life. With consistency, these nightly rituals, combined with activation exercises and conscious nutrition, create a comprehensive system that not only reactivates virility, but also improves overall well-being, sleep quality, daily energy, and emotional connection with yourself and those around you. Many men discover that after a few weeks of practicing activation exercises, breathing, mindful touch, and maintaining an anti-inflammatory diet, the changes go beyond virility. Energy begins to flow throughout the body. The legs feel stronger, walking and climbing stairs no longer feel like a heavy task, and sleep becomes deeper and more restorative. It's as if your entire lower system awakens from a prolonged slumber and starts sending signals of vitality to every corner of your body. For example, Robert, a 69-year-old man, shared that after 2 weeks of daily practice, he noticed his confidence increasing in everyday situations. He could wake up early with enthusiasm, had more mental clarity to organize his day, and when interacting with his partner and family, he felt more present and secure. Even his wife noticed a change. It wasn't just about sexual response, but the light in his eyes, the way he moved, and the energy he projected, something that can only emerge when the body and mind are truly connected. These results reflect how the body responds to consistency and intention. Every deep breath, every mindful touch, every favorable dietary choice is a small act of natural medicine that, when added day by day, produces significant changes. Think of it like watering a garden. A single session won't make the plants bloom, but consistent and careful watering awakens dormant life and allows everything to grow strong and healthy. Moreover, the improvement is not only physical, it has a profound effect on self-esteem, confidence, and the sense of control. Men who had stopped feeling complete, doubted their masculinity, or felt frustration over the natural changes of aging discover that they can reconnect with their strength, their virility, and their vital energy. It is a full transformation. Your body responds, your mind clears, and your spirit rises. Every small daily step reinforces the feeling that you are still capable, whole, and worthy of enjoying every stage of your life. Now that you know the 3 key points, the breathing habits, the pelvic floor muscle activation, and conscious nutrition, the next step is to integrate all of this into your daily life, creating a ritual that transforms not only your body, but also your mind and spirit. It's not about performing isolated techniques mechanically, but about building a commitment with yourself, a daily space where you remind yourself that your vitality and masculinity are alive and ready to be reactivated. Think of this as lighting an internal beacon. Every conscious action, a gentle massage, 5 minutes of deep breathing, a nutritious food choice, or a moment of pause is a small beam of light that illuminates your dormant energy. Over time, all these beams combine and create a constant brightness that transforms your presence, your confidence, and your overall well-being. Michael, a 71-year-old man, shared that by dedicating these daily moments to his body, he began to notice how even simple tasks like walking, standing up, or hugging his partner became more enjoyable and energizing. His body was no longer just a physical instrument, but an active ally in his everyday life. The goal is not perfection from day one, but consistency and mindful attention. Even if you only have 1 minute to gently touch the pelvic area or breathe deeply before bed, that small gesture adds up and creates a silent dialogue between your mind and body. Over time, this practice becomes a life ritual, a moment where you listen to yourself, respect yourself, and strengthen your vital force. It is a daily reminder that you are not broken, that your body has memory, and that your masculine energy has never been lost. It just needed attention and care to awaken. Moreover, this ritual has a multiplying effect. By reconnecting with your body, your confidence reflects in how you interact with others, in your mood, motivation, and presence. It's a virtuous circle. You care for your body responds, and that response strengthens your mind and spirit. It's like planting a seed. At first it seems small and fragile, but with attention, water, and light, it grows strong and robust, eventually bearing fruit that impacts every area of your life. In summary, integrating these elements into your daily routine not only reactivates your virility, but transforms your overall well-being. Energy, confidence, control, presence, and vitality come together in a natural process that you can direct with your hands, your breathing, and your intention. This is the true power of caring for yourself consciously, consistently, and lovingly. I want you to take this with you. You are not broken, you are not alone, and it is never too late to reconnect with your vitality and masculine strength. Every body ages, but not all fade. Some, like yours, can reignite with care, knowledge, and willpower. It's like a fire lying dormant under ashes. Even if you cannot see it, it is still there, waiting for you to give it attention and oxygen to burn again. I have seen men over 70 who arrived with fear and shame, believing they had permanently lost their responsiveness and energy. After dedicating a few minutes a day to activation exercises, breathing, and mindful care, their bodies began to remember what they had always known how to do. Their expressions changed, their posture became firmer, their steps more confident, and their self-assurance returned deeply. The transformation is not only physical, it is mental, emotional, and spiritual. The key is consistency and intention. It is not about immediate results or perfection, but about small daily acts that add up, touching with attention, breathing mindfully, choosing nourishing foods, and caring for your rest. Every action is a signal to your body that you are present, that you respect yourself, and that you want to regain your strength. Over time, that attention becomes confidence, and confidence becomes response. It is a process of reconnection that not only improves sexual function, but also enhances your overall well-being, energy, self-esteem, and the way you relate to the world. Never underestimate the power of your own will. Every deep breath, every mindful touch, and every healthy choice is a reminder that you remain capable, whole, and worthy of feeling, enjoying, and living fully at every stage of life. If you choose to take this as a new beginning, you will have taken the most important step, choosing to be the protagonist of your own well-being, reconnecting with your body and vitality, and proving to yourself that your masculinity has not been lost. It was only waiting to be awakened with respect, patience, and conscious action. Finally, before beginning any new practice, even if natural, always listen to your body and consult a trusted professional if you have questions or specific medical conditions. The goal is to heal and reconnect, not to take unnecessary risks. If you maintain this daily commitment, this will be only the first step of many positive transformations, where each day you add energy, confidence, and vitality, reminding yourself that your body and masculine strength can shine with their own light again.